Hey, here's a quick video showing the Airlift 5000 bags on the 2023 F350. I've got my little Ryobi portable air compressor connected to the back of the airbag Schrader valve, and I'm going to first fill it up at a few different PSI settings. I think I got this now at 15 PSI.
Okay, I just put 15 PSI in the rear. If you look at it right now, it's probably about, I'm gonna say a half inch high in the rear, which is about where I want it. So you can see the space in the overloads. Airbag's got 15 PSI. I'm hardly using these things, and it's still providing that much height on the new F350 Tremor. So this is awesome. I'd say that's about factory rake. I could maybe go another, looking at this view, you might be able to go another 5-10 PSI. Okay, I just bumped it up to 20 PSI in the rear now. You can see it's basically factory rake without any airbags on it.
Okay, got about 400 miles of towing now with the Airlift airbags. I'm really happy with it, and I've actually found the best way to run these is at a little bit higher air pressure, around 30 PSI. It gives the best ride comfort.
Got the airbags, I think probably around 30 PSI right now. Yeah, it's a good stance. Maybe a slight rake higher in the rear right now. Trailer's level.
Okay, we just got back from our dune trip, and I just filled up the DEF in my truck. We did about 400 miles total on the 23 F350 diesel. 380 of those were towing a 13,000 pound travel trailer approximately. And I ended up being around 160 mile per gallon of DEF consumption. We went through just about 2.45 gallons over that time period. I also averaged 9.7 miles per gallon towing on this trip, which is the worst I've done towing so far, but I was also traveling at around 75 miles per hour. So for perspective, if you towed 12,000 miles a year at this current DEF consumption rate at DEF prices at the pump, you're looking at about $300 a year in DEF for 12,000 miles towing. It's not great, but it's also not terrible when you look at the grand scale of how much you're going to spend in fuel for that time period. For another perspective, if I average 10 miles per gallon towing over 12,000 miles at current diesel fuel prices at $4.30 a gallon, I would be looking at $5,160 in diesel fuel cost for an entire calendar year. I don't tow 12,000 miles in a year. I probably am going to do around 5,000 to 6,000, and 10 miles per gallon is by far a worst case. Most of the time, I'm going to average between 11 and 13 miles per gallon. So when you think about that, the DEF consumption cost is not that much. Now adding another variable. If you were to have a 7.3 liter gas engine, if you're going to average about 5 miles per gallon, there's another YouTuber that has a Tremor with the 7.3 liter pulling a similar size trailer, and he's averaging at the speeds I tow around 4.8 to 5.3 miles per gallon. At gas prices by me, which are approximately $3.90 a gallon for 87 octane right now, you'd be at $9,360 per 12,000 miles of towing. I didn't purchase the diesel over the 7.3 liter for better fuel economy. I like the towing experience better. It's just so much more relaxed and chill. But for people trying to justify the financial side of this, do the math on what I shared above. It's going to come out to $3,900 in savings every 12,000 miles for the diesel. Now I'm comparing, I think, worst case scenario for the gas engine versus worst case towing scenario for the diesel engine. When you run that at today's current fuel prices with current DEF prices, I'm looking at a 3.2 year payback, or at 38,000 miles, you will have gotten the $12,495 diesel premium over the 7.3 liter gas engine on the Tremor. That's not that bad. Obviously, these numbers can change if diesel fuel prices change, gasoline prices change, or DEF costs change. But right now, it makes, to me, a no-brainer to go with the diesel option, especially since I like the towing habits better. I'm glad Ford has both great engine options for people with different needs. If I wasn't towing heavy, I'd probably prefer the gas engine just for the payload capability and the warm startup on the engine. But for my needs, I think this is the best tool for the job. Thanks for watching.